Welcome back to the final section of Showgirls we have. This is part 3. We will be finishing up, I promise. And at the end, we will tell you what we think about this movie. You've probably got an idea by now.
We're going to let you have it. This is Videohead Cleaner. My name is Tommy.
I'm Kyle.
And we have our special guest with us, Israel.
Yes, we are gambling right now. That's what they do.
With your patience and our sanity, and
exactly.
Yeah, we are gambling.
Yeah.
That's what you do in Vegas. Exactly.
Besides breakdance fight.
And I have to say, before they asked me, they could have had Paula Abdul. They could have had Janet Jackson, but they got me on the show, and I appreciate it.
Because we can't pay that kind of money. Jeez.
Yes, I'm cheap.
So without any further ado, this is part 3 of our review of Showgirls. But is offered an audition. And on her way out, it does the fingernail of coke. And this was Crystal's gesture on the way out from the lap dance. And it was like one of her last acts of like indulgent power. And here Nomi's marrying Crystal again, right? She's becoming, she has Crystal, the champagne poured on her, kind of anointing her as the new Crystal. And here she is, kind of stepping further into the role, Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we cut to back of the trailer, and Nomi is kind of, it's been a night. And Molly asks her, "Are you high? Are you high?" And she replies, "Yeah, maybe. Maybe
she's a little energetic and manic." So Molly's like, "Ah,
and
how you doing, girl?"
And admonishes her, "Nomi, don't get sucked into it. Don't get sucked into it. And she's probably wise to warn her about it, because Nomi is very much getting sucked into it." So, yeah.
And then she asked who it was.
Yeah.
Because she knows she slept somewhere. And she says Zach, and she says, "Oh my God." And something about tying someone up, and she says, "Oh no, I forgot to untie him."
Yeah, did you tie him up? Nomi's like, "I forgot to untie him." It's a good joke. Yeah.
Wah, wah. So we transition to the audition, Nomi is the clear standout, right? There are other girls auditioning, but she, as they say, she has the heat, and the others,
I don't even know if she does in this scene. Like Crystal and Tony just aren't fully sold on Nomi, but Zach pushes for it. I think they were the ones saying, because Tony specifically was like, "I don't know about this," and Zach was like, "I do." Well, like, I do know.
Yeah, they all have their reasons. Crystal doesn't want to be replaced by her, and Tony doesn't want the tried and true star replaced, because that's an established act, and it's Zach who is kind of now in the place of James, maybe in a way, where he's kind of like the one following her around and with visions of her glory,
because what's the position called? Oh, the understudy. Yeah, they're auditioning for the understudy.
Yeah. So the person who is primed to replace Crystal if she ever needs to be replaced, for sure. So,
and there's also the very first threat from that Crystal senses, which is when they're talking about Nomi has heat, because they're talking about the 3 girls, and Crystal's there, and Crystal has heat, blah blah blah, and then the choreographer, gay guy, says something like, "Nomi has heat," and then Crystal says, "Does she now?" "Oh yes, but in a whole different way. In a whole different way." So she's she's already not liking.
She's alert. Yeah, she knows it, or she fears even she could be replaced, and they quip about how long she has been the lead on the show. So,
and the foreshadowing thing, I forgot, we were talking about it earlier, like, "Oh, don't pay attention to that line, it's not going to come up later." This one where she says, "Oh, what are you talking about?" to the main guy when Crystal's there, and she says, "I haven't missed a show in 8 years," or something like that. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it, Crystal. We know what's coming.
Don't know why you needed to mention that, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Crystal also seems to pick up from Zach and how much he pushes for it, that they fucked. He was like, "You fucked, didn't you?" And Zach kind of pettily is like, "Well, are you jealous, or are you mad I beat you to the punch?" Because he knows that she's got a thing for Nomi, and that doesn't make her any happier. Crystal doesn't like that. But then
because it was a
Crystal,
great line.
Yeah.
then she goes and asks Nomi if she fucked him for the spot, and so she doesn't want to piss. Nomi says she doesn't want to piss her. Crystal says, you don't want to piss me off now that we're friends. Sorry. But then Nomi is half-heartedly congratulated by her coworkers, and one says, oh, congratulations, I see you have many talents. In a shady way to...
But before this, Zach is pushing for a background check again. It's something that's going to come up later, right? He's more adamant about it this time. Like, now that Nomi is poised to be the understudy, he's like not fucking around. It's just like on the end of the scene, it's like, okay, this is gonna come back later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Now that we're friends, quote unquote. But Nomi is really, really feeling her sass this time, right? Tells Crystal shouldn't get pissed off, makes you look older, and then pinches Crystal's cheek, which, oh boy, that's gross. That's a sass
and
right there.
Crystal just shoves her away, like, get your hand off of me.
Indignant. Yeah. For sure. So where the tables are turning. Tables
It's
are turning
a little
slowly.
physical here.
Yeah. A little eclipsing is maybe starting to happen. Who knows? But yeah. But the other girls are throwing shade at Nomi for her many talents, quote unquote. So words may be getting around. She's fucking her way to the top.
One girl was like, I think she was good. The other was kind of pissed at her.
Because she knows that Nomi covered up for her with the little...
That's true. It is like Dred's girl or whatever.
Yeah, Dred's girl.
The mother dancer. Yeah.
Nomi apologizes to Crystal and says she didn't know about the audition until after she and Zach got together, and then Nomi offers to do Crystal's nails in a sort of callback to this whole situation, but Crystal says, on second thought, maybe not, as she's getting too old for that whorish look that Nomi has.
Yes,
prompting Nomi to storm out again.
Yes. Take a shot.
It took me a while to, I think, catch on to this. But at various points in my notes, I'm like, oh my God, nobody loves a good storm out. Like, she's doing her favorite thing.
I realized this about halfway through. It's like, wow, I've written this note down a lot.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a pattern.
Unstable Nomi leaves the room angrily.
We cut to her on the rooftop doing some brooding.
While eating a burger.
Yes. Exactly.
Fuck that brown rice.
Yeah. And it's right in front of the Flamingo because it's a huge, beautiful little, very Las Vegas-esque.
It's a great place to brood in Vegas.
Yeah.
Wonderful place. Before this, though, she had found a flyer on her dresser from James.
Oh.
About his...
That guy.
Yeah. You remember
favorite
James? A little bit of James has appeared again, this time in the form of a flyer that's...
Meaning he either snuck in or got somebody to put this on her desk because, like, how did he get in here to put this fucking flyer
no, still
here?
Stalking her. Yeah, still stalking her. That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
For sure. No, he's still suddenly appearing, for sure.
And we as an audience, we don't care about this show. We don't want to see what has happened with him. We just don't like him. And
but
we get some good
after the rooftop. We find her at James's show. So he's finally put on his show. The crowd boos it. They don't care for it at all.
It's not very good.
He's got three women, like, I don't know if they're all blonde, I forget, but it's him on stage and they're like chairs or just doing like a chair dance thing.
They're doing something very modernist, very artistic, quote unquote. Certainly not what this crowd is here to see. And so even if it is good, they're not going to appreciate it. And they boo, as you might expect. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. But one of the dancers, Penny, girl, peer of Nomi's from the
Hope
Cheetah,
/ Hope.
Yeah. Has an engagement ring on. And so...
Which here comes some weird dialogue once again.
Oh my God, I have at least
odd.
two like written down to be like, I have to say these things out loud to like what a...
Please, go take the lead.
Well, okay, after the dance clubs revolt and they don't want to see his stupid content anymore, like Nomi does go up to James and basically be like, I thought it was good. And then we get they talk about that. They're like, yes, I am engaged, and then they talk about a few things. And James, as the pinnacle of being a feminist ally, says a few lines here. In response to, I think it's Penny or Hope asking him, would you like me to get you something to drink? He says, yes, give me a beer, bitch. And then, well, they're still talking. Nomi being like, okay, you're engaged. Do you love her? And why he's marrying her. And James goes, I don't know. She's pregnant. Shit happens. Life sucks. Those are all in a row. The only line said after this spin.
I think that is they're harking back to when they got out of jail and Nomi sassing him with those same lines.
They are.
And
yeah.
So he's like, you remember that moment we had? Well, shit happens.
It's just a horrifying way to talk about making
it's flip, but I think they're having a moment, even though it's once again like you're engaged and you got a pregnant fiance, like have a moment now with Nomi again. Like, geez,
but time and place, James.
Yeah.
Time and place.
Yeah. Sense of occasion here. Come on. Yeah. But this is where I think the purpose of James in this movie is to illustrate various points about Nomi as well. Like Nomi has two mirrors, Crystal and James. And they're mirrors for different reasons. And James is a mirror because he also has aspirations like what Nomi has, right? They're both aspiring artists, full of failings too. James is full of a list of failings that we have been cataloging very much, but he still aspired to this. Like he still authentically aspired to this, and it didn't work out at all. Kind of like, is it going to work out for Nomi? Who's to say? But her dream has already had some rough edges that she didn't expect, and kind of like James too, right? Like he slept with a girl, got her knocked up, womp womp. He put on a show, got booed off the stage, womp womp. Like sometimes life is just shit. And James, like he was always true about everything he was saying about like Zach is kind of a pimp and it's tits and ass no matter where you go, and it's like womp womp. Like he's there to illustrate this kind of like, it's like kind of like this unfortunate truth about this situation. I don't know, it's in some ways he's kind of like comic relief. He's kind of a foil in a way, right? A mirror. He's
bad
kind of
lines didn't stop there though. He still had more where she's Penny shows Nomi her ring, and she's like, "Oh, nice," and he's like, "I stole it." Yeah. And Penny looks at him. So I'm already shocked that he said that, and she says, "No, you didn't. You got it at a pawn shop." Yeah. And I'm like, "God, that's even worse."
Yeah, I don't know if that's better.
So the whole scene is just awkward and weird, and you're like, oh my god, what are they trying to say?
And it's the last time we see him, and so that's why I had to write down. I was like, why was James like, why did this happen? And it's just
the seriousness didn't show up in time, and so you just left with what's left of that scene, which is just
I feel like at its most, if this movie was like firing on all cylinders, there would have been like a Jacob Edward type thing between Zach and James. And I don't think it landed even a little bit, because every scene with James was so devoid of chemistry, and there was such a lack of like, there wasn't a will they, won't they. It was like a ugh every time they were fucking on screen together. And even any redeeming, like you mentioned, the broken clock, he was right about several things many times or whatever, but like, it just, I don't know. There was not much redeeming about him. And again, if we're really trying to come at it from what the film or what the writers were doing, it seems like they were trying to give Nomi 2 to 3 competing love interests between James and Crystal and Zach here. But really, with the two men, the Zach and the fucking James being the competing interest. And they really just wanted Nomi for her body, and they wanted to use her for their own gain to a degree. It's just like two different shades of the same guy or the whatever, or like two different socioeconomic classes of the same guy trying to do that to her, sort of like
and exactly, like it's the same no matter what, kind of like it's tits and ass no matter where you go, or like they kind of, there's just everything, all the ingredients are there for this really great structure and this great metaphor and this meaning.
And it fell flat.
And
pretty much.
just like what seems to keep happening, it just that doesn't happen, and we're left with something that just is kind of campy as a result of what's left. You know, so
and I felt sorry for Penny in this scene because she's the one that I thought, oh, poor girl. She just now she's pregnant from this guy who doesn't even love her, and he pretty much told her, "Here, I got it at a pawn shop," and she's like, "Oh," and happy about it. It's like, okay,
that's why I want to watch the sequel now too. Like after I discovered this, I was like, "What is Penny's garbage life? Like, what are we gonna watch in this shitty movie?" Like,
maybe that's what it's called, Penny's garbage life.
Not so lucky Penny.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't know. Again, that is the last bit of James. Maybe we'll touch on it more later. But that's it.
Yeah.
That was their whole thing.
Exit
like
stage left, James. Yeah.
I made this cassette tape with, again, the worst original song for you to dance to. I could imagine.
Yeah.
Like.
And this is kind of a moment in the movie where I started wondering, does this film have a race issue? Because we've seen bad things happen to two black characters already in a way that doesn't seem to be happening to any other character, right? We have the black dancer, the nemesis of the mother dancer.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about this before. It's the black dancer that gets injured, and now it's James, who is black, who is the most who has failed at everything, and is the most ineffective male in the entire movie.
And you're even jumping ahead because there's something else that horrific that happens to somebody here.
And we're left with Molly, Nomi's savior and almost kind of a mother figure and kind of sister figure, also black. We'll get to that when it happens, and it's just at this moment I started thinking, does this film have a race problem?
Yeah.
I just
never really thought about that, but yeah.
I don't know. It's just we could talk about this when we're done with the review, but just yeah. Let's see. So after James exits stage left, we're backstage again at the Stardust. Nomi is reading a letter, and we find out it's a rejection letter this time. She did not get the part as understudy. Is incensed, approaches Zach about it, and Zach discloses that Crystal threatened to quit the show if they didn't. And so,
got her lawyers involved. Yeah.
Crystal mocks her nails again.
Crystal is. Yeah. Having known this happened, and that where Nomi is presumably, she's sitting on Nomi's dressing station, just like basically holding a kiki with all the girls around, and then is like, "Oh hey Nomi, actually I changed my mind. You can do my nails now," knowing that like I just destroyed your career trajectory. Yeah. Like have another humiliation. Now be my little hand and foot slave or whatever, and something. So
it's definitely condescending. You're only a nail girl to me. You know,
and to that point, even this is the bondage show where we now have the slave, the humiliation, the bondage thing going on.
Yeah,
because like
industrial leather biker chic.
When you talk about the choreography back and forth, I don't think this was necessarily bad either. I do think it's mostly the James scenes that are shitty, but this is another like weird sexual tension, dance, humiliation thing going on with like Crystal and Nomi.
It's all about bondage and power and subjugation and domination and
and a dance battle too, because at one point they're together and they kind of do this little like lunging at each other with like nails out, like clawing each other, kind of like
claws out, going in for the attack against each other.
And at the end, she's literally dragging Nomi and says, "Come on, slave girl." So like it's very much like I have the power over you.
I know there's a lot of great irony in the show and the tension behind the scenes.
And I think it's in that dance number where, if you look closely, there are guys dancing with each other, being very sexual on there too. Which is
I didn't notice that.
Yes.
So after this, backstage again, and the dance show was very dramatic, and the themes were very on point.
I thought you were going to say James appears. I was going to say, no, I thought he was done.
You thought he was gone, psych.
Oh, my God.
No. Whew, jeez. So Nomi is she's had it. The themes of the show, I think, got to her. All the tension is getting to her. It's all just kind of the figurative and the literal are all just hidden, intersecting at the same time. Crystal, very smug, very confident after humiliating Nomi with their kind of like private moment of humiliation. Just pushes her down the stairs, just shoves her, and it's as we've seen multiple times, it's a long walk up and down these stairs to get to the stage, and she goes tumbling a long ways and hits the ground hard, and they were the only ones in the room, so no one saw it directly, but everyone is falling quickly, and then of course sees it and rushes to find out what happened. The mother dancer covers for Nomi. Very
because
interesting exchange of favors.
Because Gay, the what is she?
She's like the kind of like production
thing.
manager, like
So she's the one that pretty much
Stage manager,
immediately says, "Well, who was behind Crystal?"
Yeah.
And Nomi says, "I was." Well, what happened? And she says, I don't know. And then the other one chimes in and says,
she was nowhere near her.
Yeah, she was nowhere near. I saw her. She just slipped and fell.
Yeah.
And Gay doesn't believe it. She's just kind of looking at Nomi, and Nomi's just looking at her, and then Nomi just kind of says, "Yeah, so yeah, she saw it," and then she walks away.
Yeah.
And Molly.
The Gay seems like she accepts it. Molly doesn't, and she seems like she knows very much what happened.
Yeah,
like
that she saw everything.
Yeah.
She lives with this crazy girl. She probably knows what she's capable of, frankly. Like.
Yeah.
She remembers the fries and the ketchup and the burger.
Yeah, but she's been aware of the tension between Crystal and Nomi too, right? She's been there when moments of this have happened, right? And so but she's probably also. She's been in this dressing room for a while, right? Mm-hmm. So there was already a moment with one girl going down, and so
and Crystal can't speak. She's just kind of moaning, and she can't speak at all, so she can't say anything.
But kind of like in the very beginning of the film, where Molly kind of sees Nomi for who she is, and that's why she very graciously takes her in and like gives her a place to live. She once again very clearly sees Nomi, and it disturbs and disgusts her. Yeah. So, but Crystal goes down. Molly seems to know what happened, and we cut to Crystal's dressing room, and we have Crystal very much noticeably absent this time. So one time it's her room, but she's not there, and it's the producers frantically wondering what are they going to do? Like, how do we keep the show going? Like, we can't cancel it. And like, that's a death sentence. So what do we do? And then just cut right to the show. And this time it's Nomi.
Well, at first they talk about, they can have Janet. They can
Janet
call
Jackson,
Paul Abdul.
Right. It's the men discussing all these various.
And they're like, we can't afford,
them. Yeah.
Checks like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think Zach says, well, then I think it's Vegas. It's time we gamble or something like that. And then it cuts to,
Yeah. But
I wrote this down. Yeah. We do what we do in Vegas. We gamble. Implying and in fact solidifying that Nomi is the new star as an unknown that they hope succeeds. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the same show as before. The very first one, the Primal Passion show. And it's now Nomi emerging from the volcano, very radiant, center of the attention, and she's finally she's done it. She's done it. Like this is what she has wanted this entire time. Then this is now her moment, and she has achieved it. It is a moment of victory for her.
Mm-hmm. And she kicks ass in it. She's amazing.
Nails it again. Yeah.
But then we are treated to the exact same fucking interview scene from when Crystal does it, and it becomes eerie because you start to see what a cog in the machine Nomi might be.
Yeah.
That Crystal was a replaceable cog, that all of a sudden now these same lines are being said about she's great. She is the show. We love her. Look at this. Give her some flowers, Zach. Give her a kiss, Zach. Like, boom. And that's when it got a little eerie for me. I was like, that's not
for
good
me too.
for her.
And it made me kind of not like Nomi as much, because I know she knows this, but she's just choosing to not acknowledge it.
Yeah,
because she's a star now.
She's in too deep now.
Yeah,
and it's kind of gotten to her head, and she is perhaps not the same Nomi as we saw previously.
She did what Molly asked her not to at the trailer, where she said, "Don't get sucked into this," and now she is.
Very much so. Yeah,
and it's a weird moment of like both participating in but knowing about the disposability of your place in the system in a way that's like, your time's limited too. Then if you saw this happen, and I mean that kind of talked about with Crystal here in a little bit on that scene and whatnot. So there's not too much left here, frankly, to go through on that, but yeah, very weird. And now we're left with Molly confronting Nomi on this next bit.
And in what is now Nomi's dressing room, it's hers now. Another big moment, right? She's now taking the place of what we thought was her diabolical nemesis. She has now become that in most ways. We see a new dress there, and it's from Zach. So
because everything is back to like wonderful, and Zach is inviting her to congratulate her on being the new lead. There's going to be this big party, and she's like, I have nothing to wear, here you go. Like everything is going so smoothly and wonderful that you can kind of picture yourself being Nomi going, oh my god, even though I know this is just kind of a pattern and I'm easily replaceable, it feels good. Everybody's just all over you, and you're the star and buying you things in a party for you. So it's kind of creepy though.
When it's everything you have ever wanted.
Yeah.
Maybe easy to suppress those pangs.
And then there's Molly there to remind her. She's the person that's trying to ground her.
And Molly is shady towards her and confronts Nomi and ultimately rejects her and just has had enough. Like Nomi's trying to be her kind of manic pixie girl self, and Molly is just over it. Like, get off me, I'm done. and walks out, and it's one tiny little thing. Nomi lets her know that Andrew Carver is going to be at this party because he's touring, and she's like, oh, but he's going to be there, and she's like, I don't care, which shows how much Molly does not like her right now. She's like, I don't care. Well, so we think, because we get to the party and Nomi, she's the center of the attention. It's very glamorous. Molly is there as well. Seems concerned. Nomi approaches her, and then she's just like over her concerns real quick because it's Andrew Carver. Oh my god!
Exactly. Yeah. It's a total about face. It's like, Nomi, I disapprove of you and everything you're doing. But this pop star is here tonight or whatever. And
profound moment of moral panic aside, Andrew Carver. I don't know. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, just how good is this guy? Because you think that Nomi just tried to kill someone. I mean, right? Because it's like that's why you're miffed at her, because she just attempted murder, right? But you're now over it because Andrew Carver, yay!
And from what I've heard from all his music, because rewinding a second, when she gets the flowers from Zach and James is questioning her, when Molly said. Picks her up, she's listening to Andrew Carver. So my point with all this is, how good is Andrew Carver? Because he's had one hit song that I've heard through the whole movie. One, not multiple. One song called Something in the Wind. I can't remember what it's called. Flowing in the Wind or something like that. That it's like,
hang on.
That's the only song that I've heard. Man, how great is he?
That song must have been fucking great. I mean, just
maybe.
Damn.
Do you think that's the Razzie Award winner?
I looked it up. It is one of his songs. It is the song that's playing in the scene we're about to get to.
Oh God,
it's the thing.
Ooh.
So
we're at the dance, right? We see we have a few moments of gay dancers with each other. A few moments of them earlier, kind of throughout the backstage scenes and whatnot. We finally meet Andrew Carver, and Molly and Andrew hit it off real quick, and she's just enamored of him. And
Nomi meets him because Zach introduces her to Andrew Carver because Molly's right there next to her, and she's like, "Oh my God, Andrew Carver!" And he's like, "Hey, I like your ass." Yeah.
He sure is. Yeah, he leans in. He's like, just you lean in, you say a little something in somebody's ear, and you're gone on one of those little parties. And he's like, "I love your ass. Call me."
Now, I will say, if it was a gay film, and a star went up to the person and said, "Hey, so I like your ass," it would be flattering.
We've maybe used this line, each of us individually in the past. So,
just heated rivalry. Instead of
but she's not a gay man. She's a woman. So she was like, oh. And then at that moment, she has to introduce Molly, which puts her in a really awkward state of mind. Like, oh my gosh, Molly loves this guy and he's a creep pig. So anyway, getting back to they get along.
Maybe we should write that a Freaky Friday where a gay man is put into a straight man's body and has to try to flirt with women, but all the tactics he succeeds with in the gay role just fail outright with women. He's like, "Nice ass girl," and she's like slaps him like cream, and he's like, "That gets me laid like all of the time, like 100% in the gay world." Like,
"Hey, fish." What? Yeah.
Hey, do you want to bring some friends? I won't be offended.
Oh, yikes. But so Molly meets Molly meets Andrew and takes her back into this house. I guess it's like his house, right? It's like a
room.
It's like a mansion or whoever this dance is having.
They've rented a mansion for her party or something. Yeah, and he takes her upstairs to a bedroom.
But it's taking her upstairs, and the scene progresses very quickly. As it turns out, this is a rape ambush by Andrew and two of his cohorts. And it's very graphic. It's very violent, and just I gotta say, this came out of nowhere. Like the tone of this is so violent, and it's just
wild.
Nothing in this film is anything like this, and this just kind of wow, this comes out of nowhere in a lot of ways.
And it's like right at the end, like it's totally a big left turn into a different tone in many ways. And like some countries and like places that have aired this have cut out up to 17 seconds of the rape scene. Yeah. And you're like, there are 17 seconds of a rape scene in this movie, to be cut. And because there was a lot of time spent on this too, where it's like, oh wow.
And it's interspersed with scenes of Nomi and Zach dancing, and it's just having a great old time, and just cut back to Molly being just violently assaulted, and
they're dancing to his song by another singer.
Yeah.
She's singing like a nice little ballad, jazzy version of his song while this is all happening.
This is called "Walk in the Wind." Written by David A. Stewart and Terry Hall, but performed by Bugsy Pierce and Pamela Anderson.
Oh,
what?
Wow.
Winning the Razzie for worst song for Showgirls in 1996.
There you go. But and it was at the end of this scene, so end of this scene, she just staggers out of the room and just emerges from wherever they dragged her off to, just bloody and beaten, and collapses on the floor. And it was this moment I was thinking, okay, this film's got a race problem, because like all the bad stuff is happening to the three black characters in this film. Like, this is okay, come on. Like this is a pattern now. Like,
I totally see it. Yeah, upon calling it out like that for sure.
Jesus.
And I mean, many earlier films used people of color as whipping boys or people in this whipping people in this case, just because they were like, oh, it's more palatable or whatever, or like just like homosexuals were the ripe to be killed off, whatever. It was like they're a disposable group. They're not the man.
And it's just the black characters are what the film uses to show dreams not coming true, or dreams being worse than you think. And it's just, oof, damn, oof. Okay, they're just all object lessons in Nomi's story arc, and I don't know. that's exploitative and kind of gross.
It's not great for sure
so,
as a look for the film.
So for as much as we might find great to say about this film, I don't know. This is just something that's just like, ooh, geez. So yeah, but she staggers out into the party and just collapses, bloody and beaten. And,
well, what's fucked up too is like. It is like his bodyguards that did this seemingly, because we see them later like hanging out with him like outside his room in a later scene.
Yeah.
But like she finally like basically susses out what's happening. She's like, "Okay, gonna leave now. Gonna leave this room." But the two bodyguards like grab her, one arm each. Faces Andrew. Andrew just full on cocks back and punches her in the face too, in a way that was just like, oh my God. And then they immediately are like, throw her on the bed, rip her whole bottom half of the dress off. Like, it was a very lurid and violent rape scene.
It's hard to, it really, I can't overstate how this just comes out of nowhere tonally and aesthetically and just, jeez, like, they had established this point a few times, like dreams don't always come true, or if they come true, they're not always great. And it's just, okay, I don't know. Like, did they need this scene? It seems like they kind of made this point at this, like, by now in the film. Like,
it was a weird, like, don't meet your heroes lesson really late in the film or something.
Yeah. It's like, damn. Yeah.
Because I felt like,
so
I don't know. Again, there's so little left of this. If it drove Nomi and informed her motivations for like the third act or the back half of the movie, great. There's like 10% maybe left of this movie.
It happens, and it doesn't influence any of her actions after that point. Well, except one.
It does, but it's so minimal.
But not in a way that seems meaningful. We'll get to that in a sec. Yeah.
She's punched in the face, raped, like, and it's just awful. She stumbles out and they find her, and immediately they're like, hospital. Yeah. And that's when Nomi goes in the hallway after comforting her and, like, you know, being found out. She's like, what are the police doing? Like, what have we found out? What's the situation? And then Zach and Phil, the guy that he like fake fired earlier, are like, they have like a dossier on things and are like checking things out, but they're like, the police aren't getting involved. And Nomi's like, the fuck they aren't. And her like goes over to dial 911, and he basically says like, don't do that, Polly. Like, tell her to hang up. And that is in fact her real name, as it turns out.
Yeah. So at first explains that, you know, he's a show at their hotel. He's untouchable. They're not going to involve the cops. They will protect him. That's just how it works. Molly will get some kind of payoff, and that's that. Just explaining the lay of the world to her, and then calls her by her actual first name, which now we understand why she freaked out when someone called her Pollyanna. Yeah, her name is in fact Pollyann, and she has been running from a very rough past. She's got a rap sheet. She past, prostitution. Zach mentions her father killed her mother and then killed himself. And so it just could not come from a more fucked up life in childhood. And so now we do very much understand why she didn't want to talk about her past, at all. Like
now, when I saw it the first time and still think this way, one, he also mentioned some type of like past cocaine use, and I'm thinking, who cares? Have you not seen your life that you're in right now? Who cares? But then when he mentions all that, I think to myself, as Nomi's character, does that change anything about how I feel about her? It makes sense. I think it wasn't a big what at all.
I think it's just part of the recurring theme of dragging her down with truth, right? Like, oh, here's the truth of things, right? It's tits and ass everywhere you go, and it's like, well, okay, yeah, I mean, yes, I guess that is true, but it's like she still does have dreams, right? And so it's like, oh, well, you used cocaine in the past. It's like, you're like us. You're not better than us. You're just like us. Like you're not above us. Like stop trying to aspire to art or nobility or whatnot. It's like in many ways I almost felt like it was more like that gesture than anything else.
This was also the scene that made me realize basically we jumped into her story midway, because it was like she had 3 or 4 different states of solicitation charges. Because of course she had her family thing, her whatever else, but it was like, oh, you're just like either hitchhiking from place to place, or like this is a cycle sort of for you. If like maybe the heat gets too hot, you just get out of town or whatever or something, because you have charges, you have the law on your back, so you just get the fuck out of there and whatnot. So that's probably what we saw happen to her in the beginning, in the opening scene. And so we find out essentially like Zach has found out who she is. We don't know if he's going to necessarily like leverage it over her in any way at this point, but it certainly informs.
We could imagine he would.
But yeah, I mean, knowing who he is,
he kind of hints at it. Remember, he brings her in closer and he says, "Yeah, but it's gonna be fine. You're gonna be a big star." And then she starts sobbing because he's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna use this, and you're gonna do anything that we want to because now we know your past."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We cut to backstage.
I think there's a little bit more of that though, because Nomi, she says like she did what she had to do when being presented with like her actual like crimes or like list or whatever, and Zach says like what she did with Crystal, and Nomi's like, he's fine with it though. Like Zach's fine and says she'll make him a bunch of money and that they won't pursue charges against Andrew as part of the team. This is when they get the like he's part of the team thing, just like you're part of the team. But if you like Molly, we'll get her a good settlement. Like it's fine, but we're all part of the team. We're not going to press charges against each other. What's a little rape between friends is essentially like the message of the scene. Like
She, and I almost feel bad about saying it. Nomi storms off, but this is the one time where it's like, atta girl. It's just
she spits in his face.
Yeah, she spits in his face. She gets to do two things again that she loves. She got liquid in somebody's face.
She projects liquid,
and then she left the room.
Throughout the film, she projects various liquds of various kinds: ketchup,
spit, water,
champagne,
whatever.
And then storms off.
Oh man.
But then we cut to backstage and we see.
There's even one more fucked up thing that gets happen at the end there, because whenever pressing his luck at the end of that scene, Zach asks what she used to charge when she was hooking, and Nomi, very unhappy at this, spits out kind of like 50, like sometimes 100, and then that's when he says like, "You've got low self-esteem, baby. You're a fantastic fuck," and then gets his face spit in. That's why that happens, is because of that, and
again, if that were said to a gay man, we'd be like, "Oh,
thanks. That's you really see me right now."
Yeah, that's so great.
Thank you.
But next we see, again, Nomi not absorbing these like a gay man would, for sure.
Gay man.
We see.
Oh, I was wet. Say something about my eyes.
I liked when you come. I liked your eyes. Yeah.
Aw. Do you want to get married?
Zach, I don't know. Shit happens. Yeah. I guess the romance of this film is overwhelming.
It's okay. We got towels.
The truest romantic line of the fucking movie.
Wow. Jeez. Wow. Oh my, no ring, huh?
James's true legacy. Well, I don't know. You can tell. Good Lord.
But yeah.
All right, well, now we see a tear-stained Nomi amongst bedside.
We finally cut to backstage. And it's an important moment because Nomi is bringing back the horror nails.
No. There's another. No.
We jumped to a tear-stained Nomi at Molly's bedside after the Zach thing, likely thinking how men are trash, frankly, because she's driven here like right after. I mean, this was in the hospital that like they had that hallway like fucking discussion. So she spits in his face, goes to her bedside, but then we next see Nomi doing fabulous nails, getting all dolled up, and calling for Andrew Carver.
It is her revenge nails.
It is her revenge nails. They look spectacular. They're like
she no longer cares. The real Nomi is back.
Yeah, they're like flecked with
Switchblade
gold, and
Nomi.
It's black as a base.
Yeah, Switchblade Nomi is back.
Yes. That's when, in the theater, watching it for the first time, I thought, oh, I think this bitch is my new hero. I hope she's about to do what I think she's gonna do.
Yeah, and it is a satisfying scene for sure. That we find her at Andrew's villa or mansion or whatnot.
And the setup is amazing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
directing wise, because the camera's just following her to see how beautiful she looks. The little outfit,
Down the
following her
hallway,
down the
yeah,
hallway, all of that. She's keeping her cool, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Bodyguards are outside like playing cards or some shit. They're like, go on in or whatever. And
Yeah, I mean, she finds him just lounging on the couch, just smug as a bug. So she gets
and the place
topless.
is super like rich looking, I guess.
very opulent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
We get the vibe he's a big star of some part. He plays a remarkably small role in the movie for being like kind of a big thing at the end, whatever. Like
for such a dramatic catalyst.
When I looked up his name, one web query I got back was like Andrew Carver, the main antagonist of Showgirls, and I was like, what?
What? Yeah.
Kind of like I guess. No, maybe. I was like,
I think it's
know,
Vegas is the main antagonist. Malone is
the patriarchy is the main antagonist.
The system.
The system.
Yeah. But
so
she gets topless. She starts some sexy play.
Well, did you notice when she gets topless? The first time I saw it, I thought, "What's wrong with her areolas?" And then
they were red. They were like a lipstick red.
Someone told me that there's this thing that some strippers use that's edible, like edible paint, and they paint their nipples for the men to lick it off.
Because he definitely licked it. I was like, if it was lipstick, he'd probably be like, what is this? Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I super noticed they were real red. Like, yeah.
It's like edible paint or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
They looked unnatural to a degree because they were so red, and she already has very like unique nipples. They look like almost a baby bottle type something or whatever you were going after. And I was like, oh gosh, neat.
Yeah, but not before too long. Whips out the switchblade.
Yes.
Knife. Yeah. Well, she she's like, wait till you see me bottomless, and she like rides him a little and gets close and like whips it out and like puts it up to his neck and is like, you like that, bitch?
And this is the part I love because again, people have to realize she is a dancer, so she has strong thighs, strong legs, and add pumps or heels to that. So if this bitch kicks you or stomps on you, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
It's going to cause damage.
Yeah, exactly. And she just kicks the shit out of him. Just
quite literally.
Just stomps him.
The shit stays in him, but she does kick him a lot. Yeah.
Well, she kicks him once. She does this little turn and bam, and which flings him off the couch onto the floor. Then continues to stomp on him, doing a turn, stomping again to
it's
get
not quite
more
a roundhouse, but she's got a big like clearance of her leg, to give him a big kick there.
Yes. Love it. And with every hit she was getting, I was cheering in the audience. I thought, this bitch is my hero. Nomi Malone is my hero.
She kicks him a whole lot.
Yeah.
And then just leaves, like, past the bodyguards. And she's like, oh, he's asleep.
Yeah.
Just casually makes her exit.
So he seems to be alive, I guess. But she then seemingly goes straight to Molly's bedside, where she wakes up the sleeping trauma victim. Like, Molly! Like, to say she kicked the shit out of her traumatizer.
To say something soothing, right?
Right,
I'm sure. To make her feel better.
Totally, yeah. Wake up! I did a violence.
Yeah, because the first thing she says, she's like, Molly. And then Molly's like, I just came from Carver's. Thinking, is that going to make her go nuts again?
Trigger immediately. Yeah.
And I kicked the shit out of him. Atta girl. That'll make Molly feel better.
Yeah.
I hope so, I guess, because, like...
She ain't going to get anything else.
Nope, nothing else coming for this.
That's about it. So, yeah.
But then she, like, meanders over to Crystal's room, where she's, like, super chipper. Like, Crystal's like, actually, I like all this. Like, this worked out.
At this point, Nomi has just left, like, 3 women in her wake. And, like, all 3 of them are in the hospital right now. Like, jeez. Like, damn. They're all in the same hospital, too. Like holy fuck. But yeah, so she's paying Crystal a visit. And yeah, like once again, we get the line, if you're the only one left standing, they hire you. And yeah.
So I remember when I was watching it, I remember thinking, okay, how is this going to resolve itself? Because there's a lot of tension here. And she walks in, and then the first thing Crystal says is, how do you think I got my first lead? I thought, oh, good Lord. This is too easy, but okay.
She might have been on great painkillers. She was real chipper in this scene.
Yeah, that is true.
And honest. So, like, yeah.
Well, she did mentions that she just got a good big settlement. So,
well, that also informs her chipper mood. Yeah, her lawyers got her the thing. She's like, I wanted to rest anyways. I got a good settlement off this. Like, I don't begrudge it to you because you did it, or rather, I did it to somebody back then, it seems like. And so it is kind of a, like, I don't know, a moment that does wrap back around a you're just like me type thing where Naomi's like, no! And then she's like, I am, yeah.
yeah.
I did do that, yeah.
Yeah, she even gives her hat to put on.
She does give her a little jaunty hat, and then like in a nice not climax, like resolution of all the lesbianic things happening, and like the slow build of all their like leering glances and stuff in the eyes she's been giving her. She does ask for a kiss. Crystal does at the end, and Naomi obliges, and it's a good one. It's a nice, long, like sensual.
It's a very passionate kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Naomi calls her darling.
Yeah. Yeah, but they actually have a tender moment like between the two of them. Like there's no sass or nastiness. There's actually a very real moment between two kind of very similar people, right? Two equals now, really. So yeah.
It's the only even remotely romantic partner Naomi basically says goodbye to or something in this, in a sense, because she doesn't go chase down Zach or fucking James or whatever in this. So
is this the first time she kisses anyone too? Right? Is this the first time?
Maybe. No, I think she kissed Zach during weird monkey sex times or whatever.
Okay. Like, yeah.
But maybe. I mean, I'm not 100% on that. I honestly couldn't say.
She kissed James as well. In the dance.
Okay.
When they're on the chair.
Okay. She did, because she like bit his lip and like had it in her mouth for a little bit. So like something like that.
But this is a very passionate, like long kiss.
Sure.
Very, very
This
romantic.
one had meaning to it.
This one was
feeling
different, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it turns out there's no hard feelings, and that Crystal won't tell either. Yeah, as mentioned, you said that's how she got her first role, because Naomi's like, why didn't you tell anybody? Like, you probably felt those two hands in your back.
Yeah.
But that's why. And so she's going to basically not have Crystal on her back. Maybe Andrew Carver's people, I imagine, so she didn't finish that job. But it takes us to, after the hospital scenes, we just see Naomi hitchhiking again.
Yeah.
And I think in the same outfit, right? I think it's the same outfit.
Well, maybe the jacket, but the hat is part of it now. She has the hat that Crystal just gave her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But she has the same top, like the shiny, like leopard top. I think it's the same.
Yeah. The film just cuts to her leaving Vegas. So I think I guess the implication is that she's finally learning something. Like all the times that she keeps being told, there's someone younger and hungrier coming down the stairs for you all the time, and like so she finally gets it. She's seen multiple people's dreams dashed. Her dream turned out to be very complicated and not all she anticipated or wanted, and she has grown up. It's been kind of a
we hope
a coming of age almost.
Maybe.
We hope. Yeah.
She'll always be.
Now she's from one more different place.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see depending on how she reacts to the next person that picks her up hitchhiking.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be very different.
Very balanced.
Some completely different person, or the exact same person who picked her up in the beginning of the film.
Somehow.
Yeah, because that's just how this film works. It's a fairy tale. It really is. And of course, this guy is now leaving Vegas exactly when she is. Picks her up, doesn't recognize her. But has, I guess, a pre-planned line of picking up any female hitchhiker leaving Vegas. Oh, did you gamble and win? It sounds kind of canned. Mm-hmm. We know that it actually fits the situation, the moment perfectly. But
Yeah. So he asked her if she won.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if she because she put on her sunglasses when she saw that particular trucker car pull over, if she knew it was him. But that would also imply that she's been there hitchhiking for quite some time, and a lot of people pulled over, and she's like, nah, not you. And they're
I
like,
know
what?
he's
And
out
she's
here
like,
somewhere.
No, yeah,
know he's
she's
there.
like, is this just the hunt? Like, was this years later that Nomi was like on the hitchhike or whatever?
But in response to that, being asked if she gambled and won, she responds, yeah, what she won, myself.
No, me.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then?
And then knife. She pulls her fucking knife
reveals
out.
her true identity. She takes the hat off and the shades, and it's like, it's me, bitch.
Now,
Which,
where's my fucking suitcase?
Yeah, exactly.
She's changed so much since we met her.
Yeah.
She's learned so many lessons. She's a new person. Never mind. I thought I was talking about somebody else. Never mind.
Forget that movie you just watched. Jeez.
It's gonna gut Jeff like a fish here now. But I mean, one of the other things is as
roll
it's
credits,
like,
everyone.
It like
That's
pans out of
Showgirls.
the truck, and the last sort of thing it shows is a billboard with Nomi Malone :Goddess on a billboard as we see them like sort of drive off in the background. So
Yeah.
so that was a neat little bookend something. But between the scenes, I mean, with like the Reed Jeffening and then the Crystal interview and the Nomi interview being like the exact same, it was a very cyclical movie, or like I don't know if.
It gave a really great message to me of, because that's very creepy, seeing the pattern that they're in, that it just goes on, and they're just, pawns in that system. But it was a great message of, when you are striving for a dream, once you get there, you can't bitch and complain about it. If it comes with all of these strings, for you to have a certain, status symbol, you might have to pay for it. It's not just going to be smooth sailing. It's going to have ugliness to it, which is a good message to have because it's kind of true.
Yeah. There's a backstage to all the glamour.
Yeah.
And that is also a part of the show as well. And so, yeah.
That's an interesting bit. I mean, because it certainly touches it and pokes at the disposability of these people as like entertainers, as sex workers, and there's always new youth and new people. And I mean, Crystal talks about there's always somebody younger and hungrier behind you on the staircase and such. Yeah. And so it is a sort of vicious cycle and an interesting look at that. And I mean, a sort of interesting little fable we got dropped into here with its own host of issues and acting skills varying a bit across the board.
I love this film. It's so very entertaining. I love the director, Paul Verhoeven. I'm a big fan of his films. And Showgirls is a real. Like leading up to Showgirls, he directed Total Recall, RoboCop, and then Showgirls, and so I got to look back and see what else did he direct that like kind of informed him going for a film like this, right? Because it's not all action films, even though right after Showgirls it was Starship Troopers, and so he's. But recently, the film Benedetta, which is like Showgirls that takes place in a 14th century French convent. So. Yeah, he's a very director. He's not just one genre or particular,
Yeah, and watching it a couple of nights ago, knowing I was going to be on this podcast, and having been a big fan of it for years and years and years since it came out, seeing this last screening of it made me really appreciate her acting, because as ridiculous as some of her movements were, excuse me, her acting is very dedicated.
Yeah.
She is in it 100%.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated that about her as an actress.
And for how campy and awkward, some of the film might feel, it just, the performance is so, it's authentic. It really is. And it makes the character feel real. I didn't feel like this was, like The Room or something, which is also another like strangely authentic film, but like I felt Elizabeth
Berkeley.
Berkeley. Yeah, like just it was very good. I guess I don't know, and it just. And yet it feels so campy, and like we can kind of feel where they might have been going with some of the moments, some of the scenes. But I don't. The film is very beautifully shot. I don't even know if it's necessarily badly directed.
No, it's well
I
directed,
personally,
yeah.
I've always felt it's just like the script is what.
Yeah.
It's just this script and
Joe Esterhaus, yeah.
Some of the lines are just, God, you got to be kidding me. And the plotting just like James just appearing and like the characters, how they react to things and whatnot. It's just.
Well, I really do believe that Joe Esterhaus, after he did Basic Instinct, that he thought, you know what, that was such a huge hit that we can write anything we want. He's not very attractive man. And he thought, okay, if I pretty much can write anything I want, I'm going to write what my fantasy is of what I want to see women do and say.
Yeah.
And that's what he wrote, and that's what they shot, is what I really think.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And Nomi is not a girly girl kind of character. She's very almost kind of like figuratively masculine, divine masculine, right? She's forceful, and she's always ejaculating in a way, like she's always projecting fluid towards someone, right? Well,
and even in the very first scenes in the dressing room when they're talking about the smile and snatch, and they talk in the film the way men would think women talk in their fantasies and their sexual fantasies. Women don't really talk like that raunchy. But I thought, I'm sure he was getting off on this, just watching them say these lines that he wrote.
Though listeners, if women do talk that raunchy, let us know.
Yeah, exactly.
If this is actually true, we want to know.
Well, what's wild is it kind of killed the career of several people, this movie, including Joe Esterhaus, is that he really didn't have much going after this. He did like one other film. Do you know what an Alan Smithy is?
Yes.
Like TV tropes, whatever.
That is when you are striking your name from a production out of embarrassment or shame or...
Yes.
Yeah.
So this movie actually, when it was released in an edited TV version, kind of forced a little Alan Smithy on Verhoeven. He was credited as Jan Jansen in this or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of people, including I think Joe Esterhaus, were kind of ashamed to be associated with this. And the whole Alan Smithy thing, he wrote a film in 1997, or at least it came out in 97. I feel like he probably wrote it earlier, called an Alan Smithy film, Burn Hollywood Burn, which was supposed to be this huge meta thing where like they got like Jackie Chan and Sylvester Stallone and like other people to make a movie like in this universe. Like it's kind of like a Seth Rogen like studio type thing. Yeah. But then he realized this movie is gonna suck. But his name, the director, happens to be Alan Smithy, and so he's like, I can't just like attribute this to Alan Smithy, like, or so he like steals the like film and like runs with it or whatever. But
sure. Okay.
Big bomb. Like apparently also just did not do well at all. Like it's like a 3.5 of 10 on IMDb on such, and is worse on other platforms and things. But he really didn't go anywhere after that. And like the rest of his IMDb profile, if you look, is like, I think he maybe did one 2006 screenplay, maybe that's like some Eastern European thing. But the rest of it is like, it's just based on characters created by him. There is a Basic Instinct 2. There's a Showgirls 2. He didn't write them. It was just like, these are characters who created or whatever. But Elizabeth Berkley was dropped immediately upon release by her agency, her talent agency, upon this all happening, for instance. And two of the film studios, Coralco Pictures and Chargeurs, went out of business very soon afterwards as well. Like, this just was not a success, and despite being the widest release like NC-17 film ever, I think it still lost over $20 million or something on that.
Well, I know the cost. They were, when they were promoting it, it was the first big budget NC-17 film because it supposedly cost $40 million.
It did. A $45 million budget,
$45 million,
which in like 2020-ish dollars is around $80 million, maybe.
Yeah. That's a chunk. That's a chunk of money.
And so it only grossed $20 million. And so when it only made, less than half its budget back, it's like it kind of was going to be the I forget the exact word or phrase I'm thinking, but essentially the vanguard of NC-17 movies as a wider theatrical release.
Yes.
And because it flopped, it killed that initiative in its bed, in its cradle there, sort of as it went. But let's stick on Joe Estros just for a second since we're talking about him. Here's a quote on his stuff about this, on sort of being ashamed of the movie and things. He specifically said, "Clearly we made mistakes. Clearly it was one of the biggest failures of our time. It failed commercially, critically. It failed on videotape. It failed internationally. In retrospect, part of that was that Paul and I were coming off of Basic Instinct, which defied the critics and was a huge success. Maybe there was a certain hubris involved, so that plays specifically into what you said, Israel. We can do what we want to, go out as far there as we want. That rape scene was a god-awful mistake," he says. Oof. In retrospect, a terrible mistake, and musically, it was entirely forgettable, and in casting, mistakes were made. I hope that's about the movie, not the rape scene. And musically, it was entirely forgettable.
I think, period. Going on to the next item on the list. Musically.
It's musically bad, casting bad, the rape scene bad. He definitely is in retrospect, kind of not great. It was just most of my trivia I have about this movie is just how bad it was and how roundly agreed upon it is, because again, Elizabeth dropped, the studio's out of business, but this film swept the 16th annual Razzie Awards. Paul Verhoeven actually turned up in person to accept Worst Director and Worst Picture. Kind of again, a lot of these people, once they saw it air and once they realize what they've done, they're like, oh no, I have to at least take responsibility for what this is. He was the very first director to ever turn up and collect an award for his Razzie stuff. And so awesome. When I say it swept the Razzies, it won 7 of them. It won Worst Picture. It won Worst Actress. Also Worst New Star. Elizabeth Berkley won, apparently. Worst Director. Worst Screenplay. Worst Original Song. And Worst Picture of the Decade, because 3 years after it came out, they did a whole refactoring of what was in the 90s and was bad. And Showgirls won that, too. It was the cream of the crap, as it were.
Cream of the crap. I love it. And I have to say, when I walked out of the theater, I knew how bad it was, because I walked out where me and the audience laughed at this movie, but I don't know if it's because I'm a gay male or what, but I thought, I cannot wait for this to come out on video. I'm going to buy this and I'm going to show this to every single one of my friends. And then that's kind of what happened. Was there was this resurgence, especially when DVD came out, and then Blu-ray. It kind of became this cult hit, because once again, Mommy Dearest, when they make a film wanting it to be this big, serious, NC-17, $45 million hit, and then it flops big time because you see the flaws in it and you're so shocked that they didn't, that you just love it that much more, because it's not what they wanted and it's what you love. By accident. Yeah. And so you just love it even more. And that's why I have seen it, now close to 70 times.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I will continue watching it because it's that good. So I'm glad that it's had this, this year is its 40th anniversary. And now there has been, from Elizabeth Berkley, this new, energy to the film where she's touring with it as the 40th anniversary.
30th.
30th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 30th.
Yeah.
And when she comes out on stage, people go nuts, and then she does her little jazz hands. They go crazy. And if she ever comes to Dallas we are so going to see it. She does her whole, when they're rehearsing and they're doing do the PK turn, all that. She does it all, the thrust, everything, and the audience goes nuts.
That's
so
crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad that she. And she thanks specifically the LGBT community, because she says it was because of them that caused this wonderfulness with this film.
Well, I bet the L part of the community likes this movie. There's certainly a lot for the L's here.
For
between the crystal and the just cavalcade of titties, just raining upon you.
There's a lot of lesbian sexual tension.
But gay men love it. I love it. For as many titties and vaginas there are, I love this movie.
for the cattiness and just
all of it. All of it.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things Gina Gershon said is that she realized about 3 days into filming that this was going to be what it was, essentially, that it wasn't the gritty drama she thought she signed on for. And she said she started playing Crystal as a character that drag queens would want to perform, maintaining it was the only way to get through it. And so that informs a lot about the Crystal character we see and why perhaps gays or drag queens or anything might like her.
Sure, yeah.
She also talks about how she did a Texan accent for that character, but that Verhoeven like notoriously hates accents, and so she just had to keep it up like around set or things. And like how later she was like, maybe I wish I didn't do that, but like, you know, like
that's
awesome.
Oh my god. That's hilarious. It's like, oh fuck, he thinks I'm an accent now. I gotta.
Damn it. Oh, sugar. Yeah, you passed me that there craft table thing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's so funny. That's its own comedic movie. That sounds like a movie right there. Like, geez. Nobody steal that. That's my script idea. That's mine.
Nobody steal that thing I did earlier either. We're definitely doing that. We're the gobsmacked gay man just like, why am I failing in these apps? Like I'm complimenting their body every time. Like, again, I just have a lot of quotes on like these, basically what they think about the movie. And Kyle MacLachlan apparently during the premiere was sitting there being like, oh no, this sucks. Like, this is not good. Like, there were apparently rumors that he walked out and he was quoted as saying, no, I sat there and suffered for the whole 2 hours. And then he says, I was just gobsmacked. I said, this is horrible, and it's a slow sinking feeling when you're watching the movie and the first scene comes out and you're like, oh no, that's a really bad scene. But you say, well, that's okay. The next one will be better. And you somehow try to convince yourself that it's going to get better, but it just gets worse.
Oh,
and I was like, oh no, that's crazy. I mean, I really didn't see that coming. So at that point, I distanced myself from the movie. And like, now, of course, it has a whole other life as a sort of like inadvertent satire, he says. Like, no, satire's not the right word, but it's inadvertently funny. So it found its place. Like, it provides entertainment, though not in the way I think it was originally intended. It was just maybe the wrong material with the wrong director and the wrong cast, which is such a fucking scathing thing to say. Like, about that's all of it, Kyle. That's the thing. Like,
I guess the crew was good. So
and him.
Him. And Kyle. And Kyle MacLachlan.
It was everybody else.
That's all of it.
Wow.
Everything was good except the beginning and maybe the middle.
Yeah.
It was just the way some of these people have read this movie to death and tracked it. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, just all the colors and sounds and lights and lines and dialogue. Just all that.
And I mean, some of these people, like, I mean, I still told Gina while she was filming, was like, oh, this isn't a good movie. Apparently, when Molly was supposed to have scenes as well, like topless scenes, but Gina Rivera declined and said, what do you need my tits for? You got everyone else's. Like, she's like, I don't know, no. I've seen what other scenes you're filming there. Like, I don't know.
Why do you need mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess they were like, fair. Sure. But if anything, Gina Rivera hasn't watched the movie since its premiere. No, Gina Gershon is
different
Crystal Connors. Gina Rivera is Molly. So
okay.
Gina Rivera hasn't watched the movie since its premiere because the scene of Molly getting raped was traumatic for her, taking 9 hours to film.
Oh my god!
And she can't bring herself to watch it again. She also wasn't happy with the last time the characters were being seen in the hospital bed, and their story has no real resolution, focusing more on Nomi's feelings for this.
Yeah, exactly.
She's turned down offers to attend screenings or events dedicated to the film, kind of like we were talking about, because of this. Like, I don't know if she's come around to it in recent years, admittedly. Like, I don't know how dated this is, but she certainly was not into it for most of time that the movie's been out.
Yeah.
And per the writer Joe S. Truss, though, the rape scene and the subsequent refusal of the Las Vegas Big Shots to punish those responsible is apparently based on a real incident he learned about while, like, at Rolling Stone and working there.
Oh, no, it sounded totally plausible.
Yeah.
Totally realistic.
I believe that happens a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So much like the Brendan Fraser thing and all these things that came out, like Terry Crews and this or that, it's like, oh, yeah, we were writing what we knew because this was a thing and like this happened. And so the other fucked up thing about that rape scene, or rather, one of the many fucked up things about that rape scene is that William Shockley, Andrew Carver, actually punched Gina Rivera in the face on camera during the rape scene, and she had problems with her jaw for years because of it.
Oh my god!
She was apparently covered in bruises too because of how brutally the rape scene was. So it's
just wow, it just gets worse and worse.
So I mean, yeah, like if you're Gina Rivera and you hear all these fun, campy things, or the movies like Revival and Back, and it's like, oh, we like it now. You're probably like, fuck that.
Yeah,
like, do you know what was done to me and like was just awful and stuff?
Yeah, because the more I think about it, I haven't heard from her as an actress at all about the movie, promote nothing, just nothing.
For good reasons, it turns out. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, I was like reading through trivia. I was like, lighthearted, movie sucks, haha. Oh my god, like just like the Gina Rivera stuff was fucking awful, and so. Yeah, not loving that one. But so here's another weird bit about this movie is there was a sequel in vision for this. Whenever it like shows Los Angeles, however many miles away, when Nomi's on her last hitchhiking thing on the way out at the end, that was apparently meant to segue onto her going on to Hollywood and taking on the film industry. But the disaster that was this film kind of put a kibosh on those plans, as it were. Yeah. There was a no-budget sort of video sequel, like I mentioned, focused on Rena Riffel's minor character called Pennies from Heaven, coming out in 2011.
My God.
But like 16 years later, on a minor character that, was going to get married to James.
That nobody cared about,
Can't be a good movie, but I want to watch it almost to be like...
Yeah.
The hate watch of it all calls me a bit, if anything.
Oof. Yeah, we might have to hate watch that.
Okay.
If we watch it, I'll just watch it. If I end up hating it, then I'll end up hating it. Maybe it's okay. I don't know. It has a terrible origin for a spinoff.
It rings in at about a 1.5 of 10 across all of the meta platforms.
Okay,
so you can certainly go in with an open mind, and I don't fault you. But
yeah.
I wonder, and again, it's interesting to see perhaps why they're bad or why it garnered such universal distaste. So so it does intrigue me to be like, why? Sure. What did you do to piss off like 85% of people? But
people don't agree about anything. Jeez, they all hate this film. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy that it has done something positive in the end with Elizabeth Berkley specifically, because of how she was just kind of like blacklisted in a way. I know that right after this film, she did get a minor role in The First Wives Club, and she played a ditz, and then that was it. Now, from what I hear from friends of mine, like Willem Belli, he says, oh, you don't have to worry about Elizabeth Berkley. She married rich. So she's fine. I was like, oh, okay, good. I don't know if that's true or not.
Good for her.
That's
good for her.
Yeah.
Because she's done some stuff. Like, I'll get to in a moment. We're about a cast and crew. There's some... She hasn't done like anything like, I don't know, like major tentpole thing, because this kind of was her chance and it got shut down in many ways after that. She's had a bounce back. A lot of people do these. There's so many goddamn productions across every platform. They're just like, you used to do a thing, like, come over here. But speaking of the casting, Drew Barrymore was the original choice for Nomi, and Madonna was the original choice for Crystal, which would have been interesting. Frankly.
That would have been fascinating.
I certainly like the Madonna more than the Drew Barrymore, if that makes sense. But Drew turned the part down, uncomfortable with the amount of nudity in the script, and also she could not dance. So I can't imagine that helped out for things. But other people that auditioned for Nomi were Pamela Anderson, Angelina Jolie, Denise Richards, and Charlize Theron, which all could have been interesting in their own way, I suppose.
Charlize Theron, that would have been fascinating.
It might have been good. Yeah, like actually.
Wow. Yeah.
But a Pamela Anderson one would have been even worse. It would have been an interesting bit of Nomi.
Though, Pamela Anderson recently in The Last Showgirl, which is a great film.
It's true.
It was a great film. So She's very good in it.
I guess I'm just thinking of the time, this one came out, what Pam Anderson was doing with her her slow motion throbbing, jiggling boobs or whatever of her own.
I can see how she would have loved to have shown off her actual acting.
Yeah.
Because she's good.
Yeah.
No, we did show off a lot of her acting in this film.
Yeah, that's true.
Both of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No. So I always love hearing who could have been that, though. Another one was Jenny McCarthy auditioned and was very much in the running until it was discovered she also couldn't dance. So, like, for this one, you can't fudge your resume that much.
I mean, she is a crazy bitch, though. So she's got that going.
She certainly does.
She's a hitter, so she's got that going for her.
Yeah.
Crystal was supposed to do a Basic Instinct legs crossing parody style, but Gina Gershon refused, apparently. And Sharon Stone did audition for that role for Crystal. So,
Also,
it all comes back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we saw plenty of vaginas in that film anyways. And as I mentioned, only one named female character not seen in a state of undress. That is Gay Carpenter, our line captain. Good for Gay. Got to keep those clothes on, so... Cast and crew. So Elizabeth Berkley, yes, she is most known for playing Jessie Spano on Saved by the Bell. After 4 seasons in a movie there, she wanted to work in feature films, and so she started making moves toward that goal. Really, she got a few TV things, and she got a few direct-to-TV films, but this was her big one. She got her basically chance to do this on Showgirls, and her chance, as many actresses or many actors tend to do it at one point when trying to break out of a known role, is her chance to play against type, because this was a very against type from Jessie Spano, Saved by the Bell. You probably couldn't get much further than that, and so it did intrigue people at the time, as you mentioned, Israel. Like, I mean, it was the big buzz point, much like, I mean, when it's like we read headlines like former Disney Child star starring in King Cobra, the gay porn studio adaptation film, whatever, and we're like, oh, that is controversy. That is like drumming it up, for your film or your whatever. But she did. It didn't end well with her career trajectory, as mentioned. She got dropped. She didn't really continue on in feature films because she just wasn't seen as the star on that. She's done seasons of like CSI Miami. She's done bits on the L Word or some things here and there, and she still does acting. But for whatever reason in the industry, you get a few chances to become the lead or a big star, and if they don't succeed, you're out. Like, they tried that with Taylor Lautner after Twilight, and they're like, we love you, you're so pretty, you are bad at movies, and they don't make money, and so you get dropped. And that's kind of what happened here. Is both the movie did not make money, and they saw her acting with their eyes, and we're probably like, oh, that's fine. We're set on that.
Well, the thing that sucks about, actors is they're so vulnerable, because you can give a really great performance, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be in a good movie, because there's so many other elements to make a movie. The directing, the editing, the pacing, the score, how well it's edited is the biggest part of it. And that's, I think, what happened with her, because she gave it her all. Yeah. And she was convincing, but she was listening to her director. She was listening to the cinematographer, and then she had no say in the editing. So what can you do? Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah.
Not much at that point. Yeah, it's out there. And I mean, I know. And again, this is 30 years later, so I'm glad she's found peace with it. And some other people have, because it's got to be hard to be like, you were nominated and won for the shittiest shit. You won it. You know what? You won it in 2 categories, Elizabeth. When they're like, you get worst actress and worst new star. And it's like, oh no, hard to absorb some of that, I'm sure. So I hope she married rich, if anything. But 30 years. She's probably fine. The Kyle MacLachlan, the Zach Carey, he's most known for his time on Twin Peaks and for playing Paul Atreides in the 1984 Dune version, I would say, on that.
Yeah.
He's also been in big name projects such as Blue Velvet. I know a favorite of Tommy's here.
Yeah.
I know him from How I Met Your Mother. He plays a character called the Captain that doesn't like to be called his name. He's supposed to be called the Captain. This stuff.
He has a funny recurring part on the show Portlandia.
I have that down here.
The mayor of Portland. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he also kind of had a career dip because of this. Like he's back, he's fine too. But yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say we forgot to mention Twin Peaks.
I said Twin Peaks.
Did you
That was
say
the
Twin
first
Peaks?
thing I said. Yeah,
Okay.
it was his big one there.
Yeah,
I mistook him. I thought he was on
Agent
Sex and the
Cooper, we
City
can't
or
forget
something
that.
too, but I think I mistook him for somebody else on that when looking through credits. So
Sure.
not that one. But Gina Gershon as Crystal Connors is most known for Bound, a movie.
Yes, that is one of my top 3 movies of all time,
That's an
right
awesome
under
film.
Fatal Attraction.
That's
Bound
an
is
awesome film.
fantastic.
Yeah, it
and
really
that
is.
solidified her as a lesbian sex object icon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because she plays a lesbian.
Is Gina Gershon a lesbian? Or does she just play extremely homoerotic roles, like for the lesbians?
You know,
Internet,
with
tell us.
women,
Is Gina
you know, they can go back and forth sometimes. So I don't know.
A woman's target is a moving sexuality, as it's
Yeah.
told to me. So,
But
her woman's
yeah.
sexuality is a moving target. What did I say? Awful. Okay. Well, yeah. Bound. She's known for Face Off as well. An arguably good John Travolta and Nicolas Cage movie.
It's good. Yeah.
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 It's one of those weird premise campy movies that, yeah, when looking back, like, okay, sure. Killer Joe, but she's also got 163 credits under her belt, with her first coming in 1981. Like, she's a very prolific actress, and I was impressed by that. But then fucking James shows up. Glenn Plummer, James Smith, not to be outdone, has 175 acting credits. But I do know him more as like a character actor. He'll just pop up in shows and like in movies and things.
He was in Speed.
I was gonna say he was
The one that Keanu Reeves stole or took over
the convertible.
his convertible,
Yeah.
and they smashed it into like water-filled barrels on the street. Yeah,
He's in Speed. He's in Gifted, South Central, Imperial Dreams. I know him from Saw 2. When you get around to watching that,
Oh, okay.
he's in that,
Yeah.
for instance. 175 acting credits. Look at you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gina Rivera as Molly Abrams was known for Showgirls, The Closer TV show, and then a movie called Kiss the Girls. We've already covered. She did not have a great time on this film set.
No, she did not.
Not really wanting to associate with this film. And then the guy called out who played Al, the big strip club boss, named Robert Davey. His number 1 IMDb credit is for Big Johnson in Die Hard. And so I had to look this up, and his full title character name is FBI Special Agent Big Johnson. Oh my.
That's great.
He's apparently also known for The Goonies and The License to Kill, which he looked familiar to me in ways I could not place, and that makes sense because he has that, like, I don't say villain vibe, but like the casting, like he was cast as like a villain thing because of his features. Many times.
Yeah.
and he's also family friendly too. I could see him as a villain in like The Goonies. He just kind of has that mean guy, but not threatening, scary.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I think it is him and that like the older lady or something that are like the villains in that. It's been forever since I've seen that movie. Interesting. All right. Well, this leaves us with gayest and straightest moments. I have mine. I can go first, or you can go, depending on what you would like.
And I have another question.
Sure.
That I want to ask us all at the end.
Absolutely.
Of this. So, gayest and straightest moments.
Okay. Yeah. I'll go first. I wrote it down. My gayest moment was that delightful homo dancer who was like, "Ew, no, I don't want to see your puss." It's like came out of him. Whatever. Someone's like, "Nobody wants to see your puss, Sharon." And he's like, "I sure don't." And somebody goes, "We know."
Yeah.
And then my straightest moment was having to bring your children to work, even if you're a feathered up dancer working with chimps and motorcycles. Like, gotta do it. That's the life of my straight coworkers. I see. Yeah. You just sit here and play with your iPad while the monkeys and the titties are out. Like.
Yeah. All right, Israel.
Want me to go next? Mine is almost kind of, in a way, opposites. I think the straightest moment is the dialogue from Henrietta, which is obviously written by a heterosexual straight man because it's so anti-woman that a host would not say those things. She would be just zinging all of these idiot straight men in the audience, and I was just so disappointed from the first time I saw the movie to now that I just think her dialogue should have been so much better instead of anti-her. So that was the straightest
It was
moment
super
for me.
weird. Yeah, I'm with you.
And the gayest, I think, is Nomi going and kicking Andrew Carver's ass, because as a gay man, that was the most satisfying in the whole movie. It's almost like they wrote that because they wanted me to see that. And to me, that was like super gay. But if there was another gay moment, was where the very first scene where you see the gay dancers backstage going up the stairs and they say, "Oh, you shut up, or I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich." And he's like, "Oh, can I have mine anally?"
I don't remember that line.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was probably the gayest one.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
Let's
no.
see. All right. Gayest moment, I think, would be just picking up some crazy dancer off the street. And just because I got a good feeling about it.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's probably the gayest moment right there. The straightest moment.
Or just a hitchhiker. Yeah, it
Hot-
seems cute.
hot
Yeah,
hitchhiker,
like
yeah.
I mean, is the straightest moment just like the constant titties? Just titties everywhere? It's not even a moment. It's just the film.
The movie, yeah.
It's just titties. Titties everywhere.
a wash.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, titties and switchblades.
Yeah.
All right. So this is actually Israel's question. Everyone, just take a moment to ask yourself: are you more of a Nomi or a Crystal? Are you more of a Nomi or a Crystal? Nomi or Crystal?
I feel like it's just a timeline thing, right? This is again, it's a substance callback, but this is very much a like your clock is ticking woman versus like I'm the younger, like I'm coming for your bullshit woman thing. If
Or just like personality.
Yeah, personality-wise, are you more of
Yeah.
Are you a Nomi or a Crystal?
Yeah, like if you took them out of the story and they were just living regular life.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm probably more of a Nomi. Probably more of a Nomi.
Why?
Just because I'll storm out of a room.
right, yeah, love to throw a good drink in somebody's face.
I'll project liquid. I'll fly off the handle, just for any or no reason at all. So,
This is a tough one because like Nomi has like glaring like negative things you don't want to associate yourself with. But Crystal's almost like too suave and cool that you're like, am I that cool? Like, I don't know if getting older. I'm probably Crystal at this point in my life. Yeah.
but would you push someone down the stairs?
I don't know.
Would you
I'm
do
not
that?
from many different places, if anything else.
I would never do that, but I'm like a Nomi otherwise, Yeah. Yeah, not in the most relevant way, of course, because she did try to kill someone. She straight up attempted murder. Let's not forget those.
I'd like to buy strippers and make them horizontally have seizures or something on people of my choice. Like they just whip and wave around through the air.
You would hire a stripper to perform a lap dance on your partner while making a seductive power pose and doing a bump of coke afterwards.
If it looked like that, I would do it 7 days out of the week. Just a weird flailing person attached to them where it's like, I don't even know if my partner would be having fun with this. It's just like, it's just for me. Yeah, I'm Crystal doing coke in the corner off my little nail.
See, there you go.
This is hilarious.
There you go. We've learned something about each other.
Yeah.
All right, Israel, are you more Crystal or Nomi?
Well, I think I'm more of a Crystal only because Crystal is more honest about her opinions about things, where she's telling Nomi, no, this is who you are. This is what you're going to do. You're just like me. And she's like, no, you're not. It's like, bitch, let me tell you what life is like. All of the terrible things. I'm more than that, as opposed to Nomi, who kind of like doesn't want to tell people about herself and all that. I'm just more like a bitch, I'm old. I'm going to tell you, I can tell you exactly what's about to happen from this person you just met or from this situation you were just in. I can just kind of tell you what's about to happen because I've gone through it.
That's
you
fair.
know?
I feel like I identify with the jadedness of Crystal at this point. Yeah, like,
Yeah. Is that what
where
it
it's
is?
just like, well, I mean, Crystal and other people in the movie are just like telling Nomi how it is, or like telling a young person, and the young person's like, no, it's not. I know how to do it. And you're like, okay, whatever. I'll be here. Come back when you know you're done, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'll be in my dressing room.
Yeah.
But
And I'm thinking to myself, I like hamburgers a lot. I'm from different places. Oh my God. I'm like, Nomi.
oh no.
Are you from back east?
Yeah.
I wrote this cassette tape for you, Tommy.
I got a switchblade on me at all times.
Never mind. It's the least passable excuse for a song I could imagine. Like, we only need 3 more guys. You, me, and 3 more guys, Tommy.
But it was written for me, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Because Tommy, from what we see about you, we know you're a private dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that is the one thing I know about you. You know?
Well,
You don't know me, like-
I don't see their faces at all. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I learned that while stalking you through some beads. So I learned you were a private dancer. Like, that's how I learned the one thing about you. And also, you live
I
at
don't ask their names,
1740 Mill Lane or whatever. Yeah. But that's just because I followed you home. I know that.
That's all. That's all. That's all. You fuck people without fucking them, and people have AIDS and shit. How could you do that?
And last time when you were sleeping, I fucked you without fucking you.
And you gave me AIDS.
Yeah, and people have AIDS. So
Just. Also, interesting factoid: AIDS and shit.
just segueing right along, yeah, like with the biggest non sequitur of like, you know how you didn't fuck that guy? People have AIDS, Nomi. Okay.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, full of great, great, wonderful bad lines.
All right. Well, I think that's Showgirls. Everyone.
Anything you need to plug? You got Israel. We appreciate you being our guest again. Pipeline
Yes,
stuff, new
yes.
songs, new shows.
Your
anything.
catalog knowledge of Showgirls is wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Nothing really just a couple things, I guess. I just finished shooting a full-length film.
Yeah.
It's called Her Biggest Fan. The edit's almost done.
Yeah.
We already have 2 studios already bidding for it, which is great. That will be hopefully coming out before, about this summer-ish. And then The Gayborhood, season 2, we start shooting next month.
Yeah. If you are listening to us on the Dallas Voice, on their YouTube channel, right? Also on the Dallas Voice is The Gayborhood, and Israel Luna wrote and directed. Season 1 and season 2 is in pre-production, so stay tuned.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I want to
stay tuned.
thank you both for having me on the show. And I got to say, both of you look better than a 10-inch dick.
Thanks.
And I want to say, I like your ass.
Sweet talker, everyone.
Not if you know me, but if you're a gay man.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well,
You don't know anything.
You don't know me. Oh my God. All right. Well, my name is Tommy.
I'm Kyle, and we'll be quoting Showgirls forever because of Israel here.
Yay! I can die now.
All right. You all take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.